Radio. More hours, more guests, more laughs. We're powered by Golfsmith International. We're live at Golfsmith at 54th Street and Ray Road, just east of I-10, and it is another glorious day in the golf mecca of the world, and we're rolling right through our guests. And right now, I've got one of my favorite guests. He's up there working at one of the grand old courses of Arizona. The thing is Phoenix, raising from bird from the ashes, right? Well, they brought this course back, and it is phenomenal. And right now, we're fortunate enough to have with us the director of golf, Jesus Martinez. Jesus, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Are you still walking on water up there? I know you're so proud of yourself in that golf course, man. I'm telling you, you should be.
You know, we're doing this. We're working as hard as we can, and so far it's been good.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll vouch for you. That course is unflippin' believable. Now, I don't know how you've been doing on rounds of golf, Jesus, but I think you should be coming right into it.
You know, rounds of golf have been down because it's been so cold.
Oh.
You know, I complain all the time. It's 60 degrees outside right now. That's cold for me.
Yeah.
And everybody back in the east is like, what? What are you talking about? That's hot.
You know, it's
but in comparison, just so you guys have an idea, in case you guys don't remember, but last year, first week of December, we had a day where it was 81 degrees.
Oh.
Every day that first week was in the mid-70s. This year, first week of December, we've been high in the low 60s. So that's 20 degrees difference, 15-degree difference. Huge, huge hit for us because, well, we're not going to get as many golfers. We've had frost delays the last 5 days in a row.
Oh, my goodness.
First tee times didn't get started till 9:10, 9:20. So, unfortunately, that's going to hurt our numbers. But course is still in great shape.
Yes.
We did what we needed to do to keep it in good shape, and I think we're going to start to warm up a little bit, so we should be pretty busy this weekend.
Jesus, you know, it's interesting that you say it's too cold, people aren't playing. When it's too hot, people aren't playing either. There's got to be a little bit of a happy medium, but you said something kind of interesting about the frost delays. How many rounds does that take out of your day?
Mm-hmm.
On a frost delay, you know, we're getting a 2-hour delay, 9-minute interval.
Oh, my goodness.
So whatever the amount is there, it's a good chunk that, you know, we get pushed back. And more than anything, it's inconvenience because if we did have a 7:30 sold, they now have, you know, 2 hours to wait till they can go out. And frost, we can't predict it. We can't say, hey, for sure in 2 hours you're going off.
Yeah.
It may only be 30 minutes. It might be 2.5 hours. So it's one of those really difficult situations, and it's probably costing us, I don't know, I would probably venture to say a realistic number is anywhere from 40 to 60 rounds in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because it cuts
how many rounds? How many rounds would go out in a perfect situation?
Well,
then?
you got 7-8 minutes per hour. You know, you got 7 or 8 rounds of people of just groups going out times 4. Yeah,
exactly. And the idea there is a lot of guys aren't going to wait the 2 hours. They're just going to say, well, you know what, just cancel me out. They're out the door. So there's nothing you can do. You can't, you know,
it's
call
subtraction.
someone and go, hey, I just had 4 people that said they're not going to play. You guys can play because you still have people lined up behind them. And so it's one of those things where we completely understand. We don't penalize anybody for canceling. We understand. To that point, I would say we are fair weather golfers.
Sure.
And we are very spoiled in Arizona. We've got a bunch of other days that we can choose to play.
That's it.
So that's one of those things that
That's
comes
the
with
problem.
the territory.
Kayla.
I know some golf courses choose to not hold people back for frost delays, and they just let them go out. I know there are benefits and not so good things behind that theory. Why do you think holding people back and not letting them play on the frost is a good thing for your golf course?
Personally, I've heard these stories. People tell me all the time, oh, well, so-and-so didn't have a frost today. They let us out. I find that hard to believe because I know most of the superintendents, there is what's called syringing the greens, which is when you turn on the sprinklers and you ice over the greens and then you allow people to go play on them. What the benefits or why we don't do that is because it's not a good practice. It's not a best practice. It's not considered a best practice by any superintendent. But maybe it comes down from a financial sense. Maybe accountants are pushing the numbers and they say, hey, we need golfers. It is what it is. We're not that golf course. Papago is all about the shape, the quality of the course. We're not going to jeopardize anything over 40 or 60 rounds.
Yeah, that's been important. Hey, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce everybody. Jesus, I know you know most of us. Got Kayla Mortellero. She is the rookie on the LPGA Tour. I know you know her. You know me. You can admit that. And to my left, setting in is Jeff Heisner, formerly of the ABC Sports 15 team. and he is still doing some freelance stuff with them, and then Andy Dorf on sports to my far left. So we got a quad of folks in here tomorrow or today, and we just want you to make sure you know who you're talking to, Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. No, actually, I tuned into the Ustream. So anybody out there that's not watching it on ustream.tv/channels/golf-az.
Beautiful.
Radio, you better be on there because you can actually see you guys, and I can see you when you're like, cut him off.
Nice.
It's my turn. Come on.
That's all Buck.
Hey,
That's
Zeus,
all Uncle Buck.
That is a reason to go to Ustream because it is unfiltered, baby. Unfiltered.
Absolutely.
All right, Jeff, go far away.
Hey, Jesus, I got to ask you
He
about.
ratted me out.
Hey, give him credit. He at least knew the Ustream.
He
I mean,
sure
that's
did.
awesome.
He's awesome.
That's impressive. Hey, I want to ask you about your final 4 holes there at Papago because I love the finishing stretch at Papago. How are those holes handicapped? Because I got to imagine it's got to be some of the toughest holes here in the Valley.
Okay, so you must have been talking to somebody because I recently took $100 off a really good player in the Valley. He's giving me 4 strokes from the backside. I mean, he's killer. He's good. And so out of the last 5 holes, I shot 1 under par. In case you guys aren't familiar, we do have a Monday skins game, which is a gross skins game. Nobody gets any strokes. I tend to play in that. This past week, we had 57 players. There were 2 skins. They paid $570.
I love it.
Hole number 9 for Eagle. That particular person actually shot a 63 9 under par. So we've got good players out here. And those last 5 holes, which is really cool about this game, is because you got $25, which goes in for the skins, and for $5 of that goes to closest to the pin competition. And they also got what's called the final 5. So you take the score of the last 5 holes, and it's usually winner takes all or first and second place. And so that can get you like $150, $250.
Oh, my goodness.
So I really play not necessarily for the gross game, but I play for the final 5 because that is such a difficult stretch. And if you shoot 2 under, 3 under, you've got a very good chance of winning that. But yeah, it's where you're going to get all your strokes. If you're giving anybody strokes, typically I give 2 strokes, 3 strokes to one of my outside guys. I always take them off of 18. I tell them, I'm not going to give you a stroke on 18.
That's hard, yes.
I'll give you that stroke on 14. I'll give you that stroke on 13. But to come down the stretch, which it always comes down to number 18, he's got such a big advantage by having a stroke there because he always pars it.
Sure.
So that means I got to
birdie the tough hole
to break even. I'm like, no way. I'm not giving up that much. I'm going to put you. I'll give you that stroke on 14, which 14 plays uphill it seems, and it's a really long hole. But yeah, the stretch just coming down is just amazing. I love the last 5 holes, and I think it's a great game for the final 5 just to isolate that as a tournament of its own, just because it gives everybody a chance to win some money.
Well, can you maybe talk about 17? Because there's really such a big gap between the forward tees there, and then all of the tees are kind of a cluster there of like, what, 245?
And that's that 3-mile par 3?
Yeah, I think so. And it just goes forever, and it seems to always be into the wind, and you think you hit a great shot, and you're still way short of the green.
That's the only par 5, par 3 I've ever played on.
That's right. And you got to think of number 8 is actually 270 yards in the opposite direction of 17. And you can hit that usually pretty easily, and that's all because of the butte effect. Everything is going towards the airport.
Yeah.
On number 8, you can hit that no problem. Number 17, even though you're looking at it, it almost looks as if it's a little bit downhill. It's not. It's straight uphill. You're gonna. I've always we usually play from the blue tee, so it's about 230, 240. I am smashing 3-wood as hard as I can, and it's perfect because that's what you got to do. You have to just kill it. And you can't be afraid of it. You have to go for it. All the par 3s out here are over 200 yards from the blue and the black tees, except for number 11, and it plays 185 over water. So I would say that our par 3s are very difficult. We hardly ever play the black tees. Even in the skins game on Mondays, we play everything black tees except the par 3s. We play from the blue tees for that reason.
Yeah, well, I just got a text from one of our listeners that said, let Jesus know that my last round was great at Papago and the staff was awesome. And I got to get that out there before I forget about it. But that is something I don't want to detour off the course too much, but the people that work there are always very friendly. They try to know you by name. You walk up, the player service, outside player service are there to grab your bag and help you in any situation that you need. So kudos to you and or your people outside, Jesus.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We do try and we pride ourselves in being different in the fact that we are a municipal facility, yet we're going to try to provide you a high-end daily fee atmosphere where, we're lucky in the fact that we have a lot of regulars, and so we're able to learn their names because they do come back on such a frequent basis.
Well,
and that's what we love. We love to know our players.
Sure.
We love to know everybody, and that's one thing we're trying to even start out more with is starting to get more beginners out here. We want to start opening it up. I'm actually in the process of putting together a little bit more. I mean, you guys are familiar with my YouTube, youtube.com. Jesus Martinez Golf.
One more time. Go ahead and say it one more time and slow her down a little bit. We need to get this out, Jesus.
You bet. It's youtube.com/Jesus Martinez Golf. And you just type that in. It'll take you to my YouTube channel.
Yep.
And what I have on there is pretty much everything that's going to get you connected with Papago. It's going to tell you what are we offering in the pro shop. Just looking at it right now, I just did a little video on a Putt Pro X, a new putter training aid that I'm using in my teaching. So that's on there. We've got what's new offerings in the pro shop, which we have cigars. We're now offering. We're offering new Club Glove logo towels. We've got Patrick Gibbons exotic handmade belts in the shop now. So we got all this stuff. You can go to the YouTube channel. You can find out, stay connected with what's going on at Papago. What are we offering? What are we doing different? My idea now is I'm moving this towards a beginner. We love beginners at Papago kind of thing. Where we're going to try, one of my videos is, what do you do from the second you get into the parking lot up to getting to the first tee? I want to try to educate beginners, get people who haven't played golf before, help them feel more comfortable, and let's get them started in golf, because that's where we're failing as an industry, is to bring in new golfers. We have people leaving. We need to start opening it up.
You're right.
Let's get more people out here. Let's see what can we do. We've got downtimes after 2 p.m. It's pretty slow out here. If you're a beginner golfer, you could come out at 2 o'clock, play 9 holes, and you could absolutely not feel pressured because there's really nobody out there, and the golf course is going to be all yours, and you can really learn it. And that's what I want to start to do. I want to start to work one-on-one with new beginners and really get them involved and get started and feel comfortable enough to come out to the course.
Yeah, and all you have to do actually is just type in Jesus Martinez Golf on YouTube, and everything will come up for Jesus. But Jesus, real quickly, what does it cost right now to play out there at Papago?
Our rates currently, we've got what's called the City of Phoenix Golf Card, which I highly recommend if you're a regular golfer, you play more than 2 times a year. You're going to want to get the card because it's going to save you a tremendous amount of money. It'll pay for itself after 2 rounds. Right now, we're going for $47 riding, so that includes the golf cart. That's Monday through Thursday with the city card. If you're walking, it's just $35, and Papago is a great walking golf course. Away from the view is a lot easier into the view, but overall it's a very walkable golf course. If you're public, you're out of town, you're just here visiting, we do have public tee times. They're $65 to ride, $51 to walk Monday through Thursday. So the highest we get in season is about $85, which is a great value for the golf course. You're going to get to this in great shape. For city card, the highest it gets is $54, and again, that includes the golf cart. So again, a really great deal to be playing golf in the Valley in March for $54. Can't beat it.
Hey, Jesus, I got to ask you, because it's something that's always bothered me about Papago. It's number 12. It should be a birdieable hole, and yet I can't do anything but double bogey. So give me some advice. How do I need to play this?
Lay up and then hit in from there.
I'll lay up and I'll hit it right and block myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I always hit 4-iron.
Okay, so you lay up.
I always hit 4-iron. I leave myself with about 120 yards.
Okay.
And the big thing is figure out where the pin is off the tee. If it's on the right side, which it tends to be all the time behind the bunker, at least in my opinion, it's always back there. Then you want to hit it to the left side of the fairway. That way you have a good angle in. If it's in the front, which is a red pin, and it's pretty much going to be centered left, then you can pretty much hit it anywhere. But again, take the 4-iron.
Lay up in front of that bunker is what you're saying.
About
exactly.
Even with,
it's 220 to the bunker. I hit it 210 in the fairway, and that gives me a shot into it. And you're right. It's usually, it's definitely a birdie hole or something, and I think that's what kind of gets in our head is we lick our chops. We're thinking, man, I'm going to just tear this hole apart, and the next thing you know, you're in trouble.
Well, you don't
Been
have.
there, yep.
He doesn't have the hearing I have. I step up to that tee box and I hear that green going, Uncle Bud. And let me tell you what, I've gotten pretty good at that left side down in that gunge. There are corridors of opportunity down there.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, most of the guys I play with, we usually will hit driver because of the skins game. We're trying to get an eagle in that hole. So it is. It's a very narrow landing area.
Yeah,
it is. I'm telling you, I think the pin is always on the back right. At least I know we change them. I know we go with, but it always seems like the day I play, it's always back right.
Yeah.
I think they call that risk reward.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, I know that you're trying to get more beginners involved in the game of golf, but even for us experienced golfers, do you have any tips on how to read your greens? Because they are some of the most challenging greens, I think, in this south of the valley.
Take
I
Jesus
would
with
agree.
you.
Yeah, and
Great
we
question.
try to keep that on the DL because we love taking people's money. We don't want to tell anybody about what's going on because I'm like, oh, you should come play my course. And, oh, did I not tell you everything breaks towards the airport?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the big thing is remember Butte to the airport.
Yes.
So you can usually, the distance, see the airport tower. Everything breaks that way. So never, ever will the putt, even though it looks like it's going to break into the Butte, it will not break into the Butte.
Well,
And
good
that's
to
really
know.
it. That's it. That's 100%. If you remember, away from the Butte, it also affects the speed going in or out. So you just want to remember that as well.
Well, now the next time when I can get back out playing golf, I'll have to try that out. Maybe my luck will be a little bit better out there.
Yeah, well,
I know the information and I still putt bad.
You weren't supposed to tell me that part.
Hey,
I'm trying to get your money though.
hey, they do a lot there. I mean, they got first tee. Talk about the extracurricular stuff that you're doing out there, Jesus. I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, we've got a ton of stuff. We've got the first tee. We've got the first tee program out here, and they're out here maybe 4 times a week. We do have a big thing coming up this weekend, which is the 13th, 14th, and 15th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, we've got the City Team Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the fourth and final round of that. So we'll crown the champion for the City of Phoenix Team Champions. But on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got what's called closest to the pin, going for the green.
That's right.
Which is the waste management deal. We're one of the qualifying sites. They have a number of different qualifying sites, but we're one here at Papago since we have a first tee. And what you can do is those 3 days, there's going to be qualifiers from each day. Whoever qualifies goes on to another qualifier, and if they win that qualifier, they are going to be the one who will get to hit the shot at Glory on Wednesday during the Pro-Am at the Waste Management Open. So definitely come out to Papago this weekend. I think it's from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or 4 p.m. every day, Friday through Sunday. And you can buy a $10 raffle ticket, and it gets you some balls that you can try to qualify to get closest to the pin for a 140-yard shot, and that could give you the chance to win $1 million and a new Mercedes-Benz if you can ace your shot at Glory at the Waste Management Open.
No pressure there.
No pressure.
16th hole. Yeah, just step up there and start thinking about it. And I see a ball with getting hit right in the forehead is what I see.
Well, I want to know is there's going to be any fans there actually heckling you?
Well, they'll be busy with that Pro-Am.
I was there last year, and it was pretty good. It wasn't obviously not a Friday or Saturday atmosphere, but again, I actually enjoy going to Waste Management on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Yep.
Since you do get to get up close with the players, and you do get a lot. I believe a better feeling than when I was there on Saturday, and I sat in the 16 tee lines and tried to get into 16.
Yeah.
And it was like freaking 2 hours, and we didn't even move. I was like, man, this is never going to happen. Let's go sit on 15.
Yeah, there you go. And that's what you have to do. Well, right now, as you look at the course, and you've been there for a couple of, how many years you been there now? It's been 2 or 3, right?
3 years.
Okay.
April will be 4 years. So
All right.
3.5 years already.
All right, go ahead and grade the course the way you see it.
At current time?
Yep.
I would probably say it's A+ for sure.
Yeah, see?
It just seems like we continue to get better. Like I guess it's kind of different because it's all about season. Right now we're in December. In June and July, we were in A+ for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think we're as in good a shape right now as we were then, but you can't really compare it because that's summertime or winter time.
Exactly.
What the difference is, in my opinion, is our greens. They're probably rolling about 10.5. I want them to be rolling like 12.
Yeah,
I love fast greens. I played Greyhawk.
He's a flippin' sadist.
On Tuesday, and that was awesome. It was like I didn't even have to move the putter. I could just touch it, and it took off.
Blew on it.
Yeah, 12s are great going uphill, a little dicey going downhill, and especially when they're only 3 feet away.
Yes, it is. So that's what I love. That's what I want to do is the faster greens. But we can only do so much because of overseeing the greens and that kind of stuff. We're holding waste management pre-qualifiers. So that's qualifying for Monday qualifier in January. The 7th and the 23rd, the 7th for section members, and the 23rd is open to the public. And we anticipate having it up to an 11th. So I'll be real happy in January because we'll continue to speed them up.
Well, Jesus, we love having you. Know that. Time goes way too fast. We love the course. Everybody that goes plays there love the course. They go back and play it again. I love going up there. I like the attitude. I like the course. It's just a great view. If you just stood around up there next to the buttes and kind of looked around, there's just an affinity for golf.
Well, and not only that, it's one of the best values in the valley for sure.
$85. I mean, look around the valley. There's some people getting $250 for the courses, and I would say I would match Papago up against those courses. Without a doubt.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Come on, I mean that, man.
Walking up 18, that sun's going down, hitting the buttes. It's gorgeous.
Paint the picture,
great.
Jeff. Just paint it, baby.
Hitting the red rocks.
If you want to see a great picture, just get on my Facebook. I always post a new picture pretty much every morning of the sunrise.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
It is such a spectacular view. It really is.
Yeah, beautiful. You know, I have been getting heckled. I have not taken any action on this yet, but we usually have the Golfsmith Golf AZ radio open up there every holiday.
Yeah, we doing
Last
that or
year
what?
we showed up with, about 40 people, and that was at the drop of a hat. We only announced it like a week ahead of time. Jesus, I got to call you. I got a bunch of people bugging me. We need to pick out a day so we can bring people up during the holiday.
I thought we were doing the
Absolutely,
27th.
let's do it.
Yeah, so I will call you. Yeah, look at the 27th. I know Dog had talked about that. We got a lot of people wanting to do that. I've been so busy, I've just kind of neglected it. Thought I'd go away. Guess what? It ain't gone away. So,
awesome. No, we'll love to have you guys out.
All right,
so
beautiful.
Definitely give me a call and we'll get that set up.
all right, thanks, Jesus. You're the best, my friend.
No, thank you.
There he goes, Jesus Martinez, Director of Golf, Papago Golf. I tell you what, people love playing up there. They do. The guys do a wonderful job. They're fun to be up there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good course to ride, good course to walk. There's so much to like about that place.
Challenging golf course, but yet fair.
Oh, unbelievable. Now, don't forget, just before we get ready to go to break here, we will have an abbreviated show tomorrow.